to making up missed work. But it is super, super important that you are here for today's exam and that you get it submitted today by 3:30. No, because that's when it's due, right? Can you turn it in later? Yes, you can turn it in up until tomorrow night at 11:59. But it is worth 13% of your grade. So, so important, because it will bring your grade down literally 13 points, which is a lot, okay? So make sure you get that done today in class. We're going to do it together step by step. So no worries. And again, today's exam is over quite a bit, right? We've got chemical reactions, balancing chemical equations. We spent 2 days doing that. I warned you yesterday, you're going to have to balance a chemical equation today. We're going to do molar mass, solubility, and then finish it up with acids and bases. So for today's exam, everybody needs a piece of paper, a pencil, or a pen, something to write with on your piece of paper. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put the activation link up there, but don't click it until you get a piece of paper, a writing utensil, and open up your exam. It's important that you have your paper now, because you're going to be copying some of the things that I'm doing, okay? Yeah. So go ahead and get all that together, and then let me know when you're ready. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Ahmad, Ayani, Australia, Jordan, Danny. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Dulce, Jesus, Lamont, Randy, let me know when you've got that piece of paper and a writing utensil. Thank you, Randy. No, I'm gonna help it. I'm gonna do it with you. Yay, Danny. Awesome. Yeah. I'm so proud of you. That's amazing. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I think we're ready. Dulce, Jesus, you're the only two that I don't know for sure that you've got your piece of paper and you're ready. So I've got the videos embedded in the quiz, but we're going to do it together in class. I put it there for whoever is not taking it in class. So that's why it is. Remember that our notes, that this is an open note exam, right? So I'm going to be showing you the notes. You're going to be taking screenshots as you need to. And remember to take a screenshot. You just click on your notes right here, right? And then click on the little camera icon. And then you've got the screenshot, and you can enlarge it and when you're answering the question, okay? So first thing, for question number 1, right? we're going to watch a little bit of a video. We're not going to watch the whole thing. And we're going to watch chemical reaction occur. And you are going to write 3 observations about this chemical reaction and providing evidence that a chemical reaction occurred. So in order to do that, you need to know that what you're looking for is a change in color, production of gas, which might be bubbles, smell, smoke, right? A formation of a product, transfer of energy, like a change in temperature, something getting hot, or a flash of light, a flash of sound, right? You might also have combustion going on and see burning of things going on. So all of these things provide evidence that a chemical reaction has occurred. So here's question number 1. It says write 3 observations. Okay, so you're right. 3 observations from the video that provides evidence that a chemical reaction took place. So I'm going to show you just part of this video. I'm going to play about a minute and a half. And every explosion that you watch, you are seeing the chemical reaction of nitrogen triiodide closing. Okay, so that was your chemical reaction. Again, you're writing 3 sentences providing evidence that a chemical reaction took place. When you are finished, click on the activation tag. Okay, how's it going? Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Ahmed. Thank you, Dulce. Yanni, Jordan, Jesus, Danny. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Lamont. Randy, you good? Welcome back, Ryder. Glad you came back. Okay. Yanni, Jordan, Jesus, you doing okay? Yeah? I'm so sorry. I hate technology. Gotta, I love it, but hate it at the same time. Okay, so that was question number one. Okay, question number one. Now, question number two is looking at chemical equations, right? Remember that a chemical equation describes what's happening in a chemical reaction, right? And everything on the left side of the arrow are my reactants. Everything on the right side of the arrow are my products. My reactants are what I start with. My products are what I end with. Okay. So question number two, you are given a chemical equation. Okay. And each component of it is written here, and you need to decide what vocabulary term is the best descriptor for each of those terms. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Ayani. Thank you, Lamont. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Ahmed. Randy, thank you, thank you, thank you. Dulce, Jordan. Thank you, Danny. Jesus, you good? Perfect. Okie dokie. So that's question number two. Okay. Now, when we talk about chemical reactions, energy is always involved with any chemical reaction. Okay. Exothermic reactions release heat. And if you look at the chemical equation, you're going to notice that the heat is in the product side. It's on the right side. That's exothermic. If you see an endothermic reaction, the heat is going to be on the reactants side. Okay. When I look at an exothermic reaction, I know that energy is released. And so the products feel hot. Okay. Because the heat is on the product side. Okay. And it is going to release that heat. Okay. Endothermic, on the other hand, right? That's when heat is being absorbed and the product is going to feel cold. Okay. So again, when you look at a chemical equation, you can determine if it's exothermic or endothermic, depending upon where you see the word heat. Okay. So you are given in question number three a chemical equation, and you need to answer three questions about that chemical equation. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Danny. Jesus, Dulce, Ayani, Ahmed, Lamont, thank you, thank you, thank you. Australia, Jordan, you good? Yeah, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, now question number 4. This is where your piece of paper is going to come into play. On your piece of paper, we're going to balance a chemical equation, okay? And we're going to do it together. And you need to show all of your work, including the drawing, the final count of atoms, the finished balanced equation. It has to be hand drawn. You can't copy and paste from the computer. You need to use letters to represent individual atoms, circles to indicate molecules. You're going to write the balanced equation, and all work has to be legible. I need to be able to see it. And we're going to embed it into the quiz or into the test. Now, here's what you're going to do. You're going to get your piece of paper and your pencil. You're going to watch me and you're going to copy my work, and I'm going to get you started, and I'm going to work through most of it, and you're going to copy down what I write, okay? Then you're going to finish the drawing and finish balancing the atoms, and then you're going to write the finished balanced equation, and then we'll upload the photo of your work. So, ready? Okay. What I want you to do is on the top of your paper, I want you to write this balanced or unbalanced chemical equation. Go ahead and write that out now. So you're going to write Ni3 and then draw your arrow, okay? N2 plus I2. Okay, so at the top of your paper, that's what you're going to write. Okay. Now, next thing that you're going to do, okay, is you are going to draw, okay, remember that in this chemical equation, this is one molecule, okay, on the reactant side. This is one molecule, and this is one molecule. Both of those are on the product side. So I'm going to draw a little dotted line right here to separate my reactants from my products. I want you to do the same thing, and I want you to draw a circle for your one molecule on your reactants, and I want you to draw 2 circles for the 2 molecules on your product side, okay? Okay, now I'm going to draw my atoms inside the molecules now. So here is my formula for nitrogen triiodide. Okay, notice the N does not have a subscript, so I'm going to put a 1 right there, and I am going to recognize that there's only 1 nitrogen in this molecule. Okay, now there's a 3 after the iodine, so I know there's 3 I's in this molecule. Okay, so on my product side, in the nitrogen gas, there are 2 nitrogen atoms. In the iodine gas, there are 2 iodines. So I want you to take 20 seconds and finish copying down exactly what I just did. Okay, you need to draw the arrows. You need to draw that little 1, and then you need to fill in the atoms in your molecules. Okay, now, if you're still drawing, give me a thumbs down. If you are not ready to go, give me a thumbs down. Okay, okay, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know. Okay. So those of you that let me know that you did not, that you were still working, give me a thumbs up when you are ready. Just those two people that told me they were still working. Awesome. Yay. Perfect. Okay. So now, next thing I'm going to do on my paper is I know I have nitrogen and I have iodine. And on my product side, I have nitrogen and I have iodine. I know that the law of conservation of mass tells me I have to have the same number of nitrogen and the same number of iodine atoms on my reactant side as I do on my product side and vice versa. So I'm going to count how many nitrogen I have on my reactants. I see I have 1. My iodine, I've got 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to put a 3 over here. Okay. That's a 3. On my product side, I got to count my nitrogens. There's 1, there's 2. So I'm going to put a 2 right here. Iodine, I've got 1, 2. Okay. So again, go ahead and write that on your paper, just like I did. Okay. Okay. So this is my unbalanced chemical equation. And I can see that nothing is balanced. My nitrogen on my left, I've got 1 molecule of nitrogen. And on my products, I've got 2 nitrogen. On my iodine, on the reactants, I've got 3. And my products, I've got 2. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to add a molecule of nitrogen, triiodine. So here I'm going to draw another molecule of nitrogen triiodide. Okay. And that is going to give me a second nitrogen. And now I have 6 iodine. Okay. So again, go ahead and on your piece of paper, you do the exact same thing so it looks like mine. You don't have to change colors. I did that to help you. Okay. You do not need to change colors. Yay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now, everybody, are you good? Give me a thumbs down if you need me to wait. If you're okay, just hang tough. Yay. Awesome. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So now when I look at my nitrogen has 2 on the left and it has 2 on the right. I am good. I am golden with my nitrogen. What I need to fix is my iodine. I've got 6 over here and I only have 2 over here. Now, this is where I'm going to stop drawing and I'm going to let you finish drawing. You need to decide what you need to draw on this side to fix your iodine. Okay. So you're going to draw on the product side. What are you going to draw to make this from a 2 to a 6? Okay. How many more iodines are you going to draw so that you get what you need? Okay. So again, I'm going to set the timer for 20 seconds and you do that by yourself without me. Don't mess up the nitrogen. You're only fixing the iodine. Only on the product side. Okay. Are you feeling good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you are not good. Yay. Okie dokie Pinocchio. Now, at this point, okay, you should have more things drawn over here on the product side. Okay. Last thing we have to do is we have to balance, we have to write this balanced chemical equation. Okay. So to do that, I want you to rewrite this just like I did here. Okay. Draw a blank line in front of Ni3, an arrow, draw another blank line, and then N2 plus blank line I2. Okay. Okay, dokie. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to put a number in each one of these little lines. And you do that by counting how many of these molecules you have. So Ni3, I have 1 and I have 2. So I would put a big 2 right here. Okay. Nitrogen, I have 1. So I'm going to put a 1 right here. Okay. Now, for this number right here, okay, you have to count how many molecules you added of, or that you have total of iodine. I know I've got 1 right here, but how many more did you draw? And then add that right here. Okay. And when you are done with that, then you're done balancing this chemical equation. And I just erased all my work. That was dumb. I'm sorry. Let me know if you want me to redraw that. Okay. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Lamont. Ryder, you okay? Danny, Jesus, Dulce, Aman. Again, let me know if you need me to redraw anything. Thank you, Dulce. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Amen. Thank you, Ryder. Jesus, you good? Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So at this point, okay, we're going to finish the rest of the questions, and then I'm going to show you how to upload your work. Okay, so let's finish the other questions, and then we're going to come back and take a photo of your work, and we're going to upload it. Okay, so we're going to go to question number 5. Question number 5, all you're doing is from your work, write the number right here. Remember that I told you that there was a 2 right here, right? And then you're going to put the number right here, and you're going to put a 1. And then whatever number you had right here, you're going to put in that box. Okay, so that's question number 5. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay. Awesome. Okay, everybody good? Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs down if you need just another second. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome. Perfect. Okay, next, here we go. This was our warm-up, right? We asked what's the molar mass of xenon, and I looked at this tile right here, and this number that is in a decimal, there is 131.29 grams per mole of xenon. That is the molar mass. So question number 6, okay, you are looking for the molar mass of the element delta. Okay, make sure that you write your answer exactly, don't exactly as it's written on the tile. Do not round your numbers. Also notice that your unit should be grams per mole, G/MOL. Thank you, Dulce. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Randy, Ayani, Lamont. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Danny, Jesus, Australia, Aman, ready? Perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you guys. Okay, easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's question number 6. Okay, now question 7 is calculating the molar mass of a compound. Okay, so when I calculate the molar mass of a compound, I have to look at the chemical formula of it right here. Notice when I write CO2, right, there is a hidden 1 right here, right? And that tells me there is 1 carbon. So I write a 1 right here because there's 1 carbon. The 2 goes to oxygen, and so I put a 2 right here. That just tells me how many carbons I have and how many oxygens I have. Notice that the compound you are calculating on your test is Ni3. Okay, so first 2 numbers there, you need to calculate what it is. Yep, Australia. Australia. Yes, that's exactly what you do. You just had to fill in the blanks. Yeah, perfect. Okay, then what we do is we add, we are going to get this molar mass from our periodic table. And then you just multiply these 2 numbers together. 1 times 12.011 is 12.011. 2 times 15.99 is 31.998. And then you add them together. Okay, so again, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Your job here is to do this with nitrogen triiodide. Okay, so again, this is Ni3. So you are going to use these subscripts and put those numbers right here. Okay. Nitrogen's molar mass is 14.007. Iodine's molar mass is 126.90. So you're going to multiply this number times this and write that number right there, the answer. Okay. Yes, exactly. Danny, you're on fire. Okay. And then for this number, you're going to multiply this number times this. Okay. Yes. Okay. And then you're going to add these together. And when you add those together, that is your final answer. Do not round. If it says 14.007, write 14.007. Do not round. Okay. So I'm going to put 30 seconds on the clock so I don't lose my writing like I did last time. Okay. Give me thumbs up if you are good. Give me a thumbs down if you need me to wait. Yeah. Yay, 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 yay. Perfect. Awesome. Yay. Okay, we're good. Now, on to the easier stuff. Okay, solubility curve. Okay, here's a solubility curve. It looks very similar to the one on your exam. Remember, it shows how the solubility of a substance, how it mixes with water at different temperatures, right? So, for example, if I wanted to see what was the least soluble at 50 degrees Celsius, I would go right here to 50 degrees Celsius, and I would look at this line right here, because this is 50 degrees Celsius, right? And the least soluble is the one that has the least amount of grams that you can mix at that temperature. That would be least, right? Most soluble would be this guy up here that is at the top, right? Because I could put almost 90 grams of KNO3 and it would dissolve in 100 grams of water. So that would be a lot that I could mix together, okay? Your question gives you 4 different substances. These are the 4 substances that you have to choose from. And you need to decide which one of those 4 substances is the least soluble at 20 degrees Celsius over here, okay? The least soluble at 20 degrees Celsius. And the 4 substances that you are looking at are these lines that go with the ones that I've boxed for you, so you don't have to try and find them, okay? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Lamont. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Yanni. Hey, Cody. Dulce, are you good? Awesome, awesome. So that is question number 8. Thank you, Yanni. Thank you, Ahmed. Dulce, you good? Yeah. Okay. So, question number 9. We're going to talk about acids and bases. Okay. Remember that acids contain hydrogen, and when they dissolve in water, they release hydroxides, H's. They release H's, hydrogen, hydronium ions. Okay. A base, when it's dissolved in water, releases hydroxides, OHs. So that's how you know if it's an acid or a base. Okay. Now, when you mix acids and bases, you can tell if it's a strong acid or a strong base because it's going to dissolve completely. It's going to disassociate completely in water. So, for example, this is hydrochloric acid. It is extremely strong, okay? And when it's put in water, all you see are chlorine ions and hydrogen ions. You don't see any hydrochloric acid left. Sodium hydroxide is a very strong base. And when it's mixed with water, all you see is sodium and hydroxides. You don't see any NaOHs together. If you have a weak acid, okay? You're going to see some break apart, but you're also going to see some of the original compound left in there, okay? If it's a weak base, same thing. Here is ammonia, okay? You're going to see some hydroxide, some NH4, but you're also going to see some of the original product or the original compound. Do you see how these are the same thing as what we started with? So that's how you know if it's weak or strong. If it completely disassociates, it's strong. If it only partially disassociates, it's weak. So here's question number 9. Ammonium hydroxide dissociates partially, resulting in a mix of NH4OH compound, hydroxide anions, which is OH, and ammonium cations, NH4, when dissolved in water. Okay, identify 2 of the following statements that are true. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Randy. Thank you, Australia. Thank you, Jesus, Ayani, Ahmed, Cody. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Dulce. Lamont, you good? Yep, right, as I said your name. Okay, so when we are determining if something is an acid or a base, one thing we can use is litmus paper. Remember, there's 2 types of litmus paper, and to decide if it's an acid or a base, we have to use both types of litmus paper. If it's an acid, it is going to have the red litmus paper is going to stay red. The blue litmus paper turns red. If it's a base, the red litmus paper turns blue, and the blue litmus paper stays blue. If it's a neutral, if it's a pH of 7, then they will not change. Red is going to stay red. Blue is going to stay blue. Okay. So knowing that, here you can see a picture of it in real world, right? You can see this blue litmus paper turned red, and the red stayed red for acid. In the neutral, they didn't change. In the base, they both turned blue. Okay, so question number 10. You have a, okay, what type of solution is this and why? Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Ryder. Thank you, Randy. Jesus, still say Cody, Australia. Lamont, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ayani, Ahmed, you good? Yeah. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So now here, if we use a pH strip and pH indicator, okay, I take a piece of the pH strip and I dip it in solution, and it's going to change colors. And what I do is I have a key, and that key is going to tell me the exact pH. Remember that a pH of 7 is neutral, okay? Anything less than 7 is an acid. Anything more than 7 is a base. The closer you get to 14, the more basic it is. More basic, not basic, more. The closer it is to 0, the more acidic it is. Okay. So you, on question 11, have to decide what kind of solution you have. Okay. Thank you, Yanni, Dulce, Australia, Danny. Thank you, Ryder, Randy, Lamont. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ahmed, Cody. Thank you, Jesus. Are you good? Ready, ready, ready. Perfect. Cody, you good? Yep. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is we are going to talk about how to upload and embed your work. Okay. So first thing you're going to do is you're going to take a photo of your work using your laptop. So, and I'm going to do this together with you. So right now, all I want you to do is look at your laptop. If you have a Windows, down at the bottom, you're going to see the Windows icon that looks like this. If you are using a Mac, look in the upper right-hand corner, and you're going to see this little magnifying glass. Okay. If you're on a Chromebook, if you click on this launcher right here, this will appear. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you now. Okay. Okay. So here is my screen. I have Windows. Okay. So my Windows icon is down here. I'm going to click it. If you are on a Mac, your little magnifying glass is going to be up here. If you are in a Chromebook, your little launcher is going to be over here. But I'm going to click this. Now, what you just brought up is a search bar. And if you are in a Chromebook, Windows, you're going to type in camera. If you are on a Mac, you type in photo booth. Okay. And what's going to pop up is your camera app. And you're going to click on that. Okay. And now it looks like this. Hello. So now you're going to take your piece of paper with your work. Okay. Hold it in front of your camera. Okay. And when you hold it in front of your camera, you're going to take a picture with it right here. Okay. And if I were you, I would take a couple pictures. Okay. Just to make sure that you get all of your work in there. Okay. Hello again. Then you're going to close your camera app. Okay. So I'm going to give you 20 seconds, and I want you to take a picture of your work right now. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Thank you, Randy. Okay. Thumbs up if you are good. Thumbs down if you need another few seconds. Thank you, Ryder. Danny, Jesus, Australia, Lamont, Dulce, Cody, Ayani, Ahmed, you good? Yep. Perfect. Woohoo! Okay, there we go. Okay, now that you've done that, the next thing you're going to do, okay, is you're going to open your file. Okay, so wherever you go to find your work, right? You're going to go here. And I want you to find where it says pictures. Okay. Over on the left, it's going to find, you're going to click on pictures. And when you open up your pictures folder, there's going to be one that says camera roll. And you're going to click on your camera roll. And the very last ones, this is your pictures, okay, that you took of your work. And you can open them up and see if it's legible, see if you can see all of your work. If you can't, close it and open another one. You remember I told you to take more than one picture, right? And find the one that you like the best. Okay, so now I know that the one I want to use is in my camera roll, and it's called WIN 20 250 724 1500 43 Pro. So 43 Pro is what I want. So that's how I know that that's what I want. Okay. Now that I know where it is, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back to my question number 4. Okay. So I'm back at question number 4. Give me a thumbs up if you know where your work is and you're back at question number 4. Give me a thumbs up. If you need a little bit more time, give me a thumbs down. Yeah, sweet. Perfect. Okay. I'm thinking everybody's good. Nobody gave me a thumbs down. Yes, absolutely. Australia. Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So with question number 4, now what you're going to do is you're going to click in here on question number 4, and you're going to click, click these 3 dots right here. Okay. When you click those 3 dots, do you see the little image right here? Click on that, and you're going to upload your image, and you're going to get this thing. You're going to click right here where it says click to browse your computer, okay? And this is going to come up, and I want you to scroll up until you see pictures on the left. Then you're going to find your camera roll, and you're going to look until you find the picture that you want. Remember, I wanted WIN 20 250 724 15 43 Pro. I click on that, and then I click open. There's a picture of my work. If I don't like that one, I can hit the camera, the trash can, and I can pick another one. Okay. Once it's there, then I just click submit. Okay. And now look at my question 4. There's my picture. It's in there. So now I just go to scroll down to the bottom, and I can submit my quiz. Okay. So that is how you embed your photo, and then you can submit your work. Okay. And at the very end of the quiz, there's a video of me showing you how to do this all over again if you want to. If you're still confused, you can do that. Okay. Yay. Looks like everybody's got it pretty good. Perfect. Hey, Jesus, Danny, you good? Awesome. Yay. Okay, guys, that's it. So Yeah, you guys, we are done. You are done for the day. Woohoo! I am going to get these graded as quick as I can, and you can get your whole grade. Remember, when you get your grade back right now, that doesn't include me grading question number 1 or question number 4. So if you get 20 or above, you smoked it, because that's what, 12 or 14 points that I haven't graded yet. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. You do not, Ryder. Bye. Have a great day, guys. I hope you guys have a blessed day. Bye, Australia. Bye, Yanni. You too. Yeah, you're no, Danny. I still haven't graded it. I still haven't graded those 2 questions. Bye, Dulce. Have a great day. Bye, Jesus. Have a lovely, lovely day. I am going to grade those tests just as quick as I can. Okay? Bye, Danny. Cody.